Okay, there we go. We're back. We missed 2 weeks.
Last time on Tales of the Final Eon.
That's what we're calling this? Okay.
I don't know.
It was already called.
I really don't. I don't think it needs a title. I feel like most of you guys have just been exploring the world, and I've been having fun with that.
Yeah.
We have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I figured you guys have been stuck with me for 5 years.
Right? I've
Yeah.
been doing some, right?
I was commenting earlier that the Discord is still just called Presence's D&D group.
Yeah.
Uh huh. What else am I supposed to call it?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. There. All right. You guys fought off a bunch of slavers in the last one, and you started your long march in the winter, nonetheless, through wintry lands towards Vormir. On the way, after you beat the crap out of some slavers, you heard about a location called Vetra Haven, which is where most of the tribal clans that kind of don't like the coastal clans tend to reside during the winter because they're more of a nomadic lifestyle. You also heard that they might have captured some people that had a ship or know how to sail across the area in the center. So you might have to go find these Rutel Seers, who I'm not sure if I said it or not, but they are worshippers of Aiden.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm
you
pretty
didn't know?
sure I said that, but I don't remember.
Oh, he did. I remember him saying that.
Oh, okay. Then I just don't remember. That makes a lot of sense as well.
They worship the blood god like I do.
Not just blood.
Yeah, but it sounds easy. It sounds nicer when I just say that, and it's less work than having to list off everything else that she's the goddess of.
True.
Also, when I'm killing people, I don't want to say I worship the god of like springtime.
God for up, up, down, down, left, right.
Yes. You don't want to fight one of those people. So the plan, as far as I know, is to go to Vetra Haven. It is apparently anyone can kind of go there during the ceasefire and survive the cold, ice scalded winter, which only is going to get worse.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse from here, guys.
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
Yep.
Guess I should create food.
The party is heading south, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. We do know who's our leader. So, Brand.
Yeah.
It's gonna have some fun.
Go.
Yeah, me. Dice rolls.
All right. It's been a hot minute. I kind of want to change up the traveling a little bit. I thought it'd be more interesting if only one person at a time rolled.
Cool.
You'll travel several things, and I'll just choose one of the people to roll instead of like everyone having to roll and always running into hazards. But
Well, Oren rolls survival. He's got a +7.
well, is he the guide?
No.
Well, you
But
can
do you have to
can
be a
change
guide roll?
roles. Yeah, the guide is the one
Wait.
who
Oh, hold on. I
leads
gotta
the
check
party.
Clem's side.
You're the hunter.
I'm a hunter.
Yeah, you kill things. That's also survival based.
True.
There's more than
Yeah,
just
I'm
one
just a guide.
survival,
Yeah.
but
You
the
stay guide.
guide is
That's it.
primarily survival.
I mean, it's up to you. The only thing is that you know the land.
I'm going to be rolling terrible any of these options, so it does not matter to me.
Hey, we're now here in real life. I can grab the dice if you
Awesome. Yep, I'll be the guide. I believe in myself that I won't completely mess this up. That's how that works, right? I put faith in myself, and then
I believe in my ability to fail.
I believe in my ability to roll above a 4.
Yep. I'm gonna treat these areas as now hard as you're kind of crossing tundras. There's snow on the ground. Sort of just if you want to think like you are walking through just the middle of Canada, like
That's
just
a moose.
open expanses of tundras and stuff. There are no meese in the area.
Where's Lima when we
Oh,
need him?
damn.
So it'll take twice as long, and it's still a difficult or a hard area. So
Mhm.
after the slavers, you guys will go ahead and march the first day, second day, and then the final third day. I will need someone to roll. Let's see. It's
What do you
been
need?
so long. I'm actually like struggling with the thing
He's
here.
gonna pick them.
That's okay.
Huntsman.
Yeah.
Roll
Alright.
your survival or nature.
Oh,
Okay.
solid 10. Start of the session. First roll is a 3.
Hell yeah. It's been a few weeks, so you gotta get it out there. Go ahead
Warm
and roll a con save. I think it's a con save, right?
I don't
I
know,
forget
but I'll do
so
it.
much of this crap. Yeah, it's a constitution. Hmm? Yeah, it's a con save Friday. I'm pretty sure.
I'm rolling it now.
Yeah, go for it. We'll just roll. Oh, okay. You still needed a 16 to beat because of just the climate in the area. As you guys kind of settle down for the evening, a lot of your equipment, I mean, you've been hiking several hours through the snow and stuff. Your equipment gets worn down, especially several days, and I don't know, even sure like a week into what you guys have been doing. The huntsman, as he goes to repair some of your stuff, your fingers are cold, clammy. They kind of it takes a while for you to actually repair stuff. So when you roll, your equipment's kind of messed up, and when you go to roll on your next checks, you actually have a minus D4 to everything.
On next survival checks and stuff? Or
Yep.
okay.
Your equipment has failed until you get to an area where you can actually rest and recuperate.
Okay.
Luckily, you're only like a day's travel away from Vetra Haven. But that'll be the fourth day, and you guys kind of are cresting over some of the hills, and in the distance now, on the like final day, you see the pillars of smoke and stuff like that, campfires, and before you see a large, expansive camp, like a military encampment, but a little bit larger. Here we are.
You must be a sight to them, right? Got
After traveling through basically tundra for about 8 to 12 days, I think even more, you haven't seen, and you've been eating just stuff off the land and stuff like that, what your hunter could gather. But now that the cold kind of is biting into you, the travel is getting to you. You see ahead of you cresting smokes and dozens of plumes of the smoke. There's like a natural crest of houses that seem to be over a hilltop, and then you see what looks to be a palisade surrounding the entire well-established settlement. But when you kind of focus your eyes and you notice that there's no stone buildings. Everything here is wood, patchwork together. There's leather huts. There's like just anything to kind of beat away the cold. Patchworks of tents, scrappy little houses. Some sections appear divided off by rows, others hosting palisades against the rest of the encampment. There's firelight that flickers throughout the area, and most of it seems fur-draped, weathered inhabitants that seem to be walking around. This is Vetrahaven, the winter refuge for pillagers and tribes that live outside the coastal cities and settlements. Considered savages to the Ice Skull, they're usually small bands of raiders that have taken up this settlement to prepare for the winter. What does the party wish to do?
What does Brand think of this group of ragtags?
Brand?
From my knowledge from when we played 3 weeks ago, you had mentioned that they had also raided against the coastal cities as
Yep.
their main target. Yeah. Brand is generally against them, as he views them as trouble mainly. I wouldn't say I hate them, but he views them as a trouble and a bad idea. So this is going to be very interesting as we attempt to walk into basically, well, actually just hostile territory.
But I assume that Brand at least sees the necessity of this.
Yeah, no, there's rumors of a boat here, so we should, try to not piss off everyone right away, hopefully, with the ogre and 2 dwarves and the Sharon
Alright.
that don't speak Ice Skull. This is going to be so much fun.
Sus.
Nice.
Wait, Brand, I think you might want to pretend to be a foreigner like us. Because if they know you're like real Ice Skull, won't they like be kind of mad?
Well, there is a non-aggression like
Thing going on.
pact
Yeah, I
happening
know.
at this entire place. So I don't think pretending to be a foreigner would work because we're in the middle of the Ice Skull in a random camp, and none of you speak Ice Skaldish.
Yeah.
Like we Herondor could use magic to make it so one of us can speak it, but I don't think playing the part of not being from the Ice Skull is a smart idea.
I think you're right.
Okay.
And it's only for an hour, and it's a whole spell slot.
Yeah. So I mean, I could go with I'm an outcast, like what I was going to ask when we first arrived here with the dwarves, is I think they might be more open to someone of that stature than what I currently am.
Let's see what
Or-
happens. Fuck it.
I mean, if you're walking in wearing the Mask of Aiden, we're gonna have to kill the whole camp. So
No, I'm taking off the mask as we walk into here.
Okay.
I'm learning from that one.
I sometimes forget that you even wear it. Otherwise, yeah, you gotta remind me sometimes about stuff like, would they hate that I have this on? Be like,
Brand
God
is
damn
taking it. Brand is taking it off as we walk in, but no, that was my main thing. I remember is that no, I'm just generally wearing it when we were back in Acarius. Was
that's fair.
Brand will take off the
tell
mask.
me, when you approach, because you can see that there's a couple of entrances. There's one where you can kind of see that a lot of people exit and either go into the tundra to forage or hunt, and other stuff like that, or just going back into the encampment. Right now, you can see a lot of the trails have been snow covered, and you would have to wade in to one of the areas. But as far as it goes, there's just snow between you and the encampment. It's going to be difficult if you want to try to sneak up.
I think,
to
we,
near impossible.
I think we should get a whole deer and bring that in like we're hunting.
It's good.
You wanna pretend like we're just bringing home food?
Even if someone calls us out on it, we have a deer to trade.
Wait, who is hunter right now? Isn't that
Yeah,
Mr.
anyone
Worm?
can go and get one. If you want to spend half
I
a
will
day
look
to
for
go
5
for a hunt.
seconds and see if I find one.
That's just my suggestion.
Sure. First, if you want, you can go run out into the cold. I don't know how Sunok feels about just the unending cold. I feel like they're the most miserable of the group.
Yeah,
I can fix that. It's a whole spell slot though.
maybe we just go in and see what the fuck happens. Like, what are they gonna do?
Kill us?
Kill us. Sorry, attempt to kill us.
Yeah, but does that really matter?
Are they already attempting to kill us?
No,
Hold
no,
on for a second.
No, we're discussing what to do.
Okay,
First, he said, "What's the worst that can happen?"
try and kill us. Yeah, good point.
I mean, we don't have to bring it back a deer. Like, that would imply that we've been here already.
What do we have to
And
trade?
I don't know, the entirety of Phalian's backpack?
The furs we took from the dude?
The furs that we have? Like, Phalian has so much shit that we could be trading here.
That's true. There's a whole barrel of salmon, yeah.
It's not shit, it's goods.
I use shit figuratively.
Apparently he's still holding onto a golden chalice of vengeance.
Yeah, Phalian has a bunch of stuff that we could trade with.
Okay.
All right, so we're marching in.
Is that what? Sorry,
Yeah,
so
maybe
are we trying to pose as merchants here? Like, what are we? Why did we bring up stuff to trade?
Wait, if we're bringing up stuff to trade, then basically we could be merchants and you could be our bodyguard
Okay.
and guide through the
Yeah.
Yeah,
ice
yeah,
cold.
you're the guide.
The only thing is what does he have much to trade? He has bismuth, he has cinnamon, he still has electrum, ginger, saffron. Yeah, I guess he has some stuff to trade. Not a lot, but some. Plus, we also
Okay.
still have the party inventory.
No 18 barrels of salmon anymore.
No, sorry, those are gone.
What?
But we also still have the party inventory. That has
Why
like
do we
some
not have
gems and
18
stuff.
barrels of gold?
Mostly a lot of books and some weapons we don't want to
Mostly
give to
a lot.
savages.
Yeah.
We could give them the collar of subjugation. I see no problems with that.
And what's the worst that could happen with a collar of subjugation?
Bad things. Many bad things.
We
Lots of
already
bad
experienced that.
It's okay, guys. We have one
You know-
two-person tent. We can hold out this winter.
things. I think I have a tent.
It's basically a blanket for Phalian. It's a two-person tent.
All right. So the group's gonna approach, right?
Sure,
I mean,
why not?
slowly, but yeah.
Sure. You guys start to march in, kind of going downhill into this area. Approaching, you see the tall timbers that stand out. Massive stakes have been implanted into the ground that rise up like 2 to 3 feet and kind of are spiked outwards from the palisade. Probably to ward off attacks from what you would expect to be maybe giants or other nasty inhabitants of the tundras. As you kind of approach, you see a few dozen sentries have started to signal others, and about 2 dozen stand at the entry of Vetra Haven. Getting closer until you can see that they give you a few wary glances from scruffy veterans, armor cobbled together. A few of them seem to exchange smirks, and whispering to each other. A larger sentry, a tall woman with braided hair, with like charms and everything, and her hair kind of steps forward, and there's a broad bear paw tattoo on her neck. Kind of as you guys approach, she's like a couple of dozen feet away from you. She goes, "Oi, you had a lot that did them in them too, huh? Heard about you from the ones you sent coming back from the tails between their legs."
Okay, now in English. Sorry, what did you say?
We're the ones that
All
attacked
in
them.
Scaldish. Yeah.
Yeah, so what she said was that the people that we didn't kill from the fight came back with their legs, with their
Oh.
tails between their legs, and that's us.
Right.
That's great.
Hi, cutie. Hello, princess. You want to come up?
You know, I'll roughly translate that to the group and see what to like our group and see what their response is.
The
Like,
snark in me wants to
yes.
say whatever helps you sleep at night, princess, but I don't know if that's the right answer.
Yeah,
I don't know. Brand is kind of with this at this point.
I mean, if they know we're like good at fighting, maybe they respect that. Maybe we just go for the snorking.
Okay, yeah, no. Brand will respond and say, "Yeah, that was us."
She the cold glare turns into sort of a soft chuckle and a laugh. Wandering out into the tundra to scoop a few more souls. I tell him right, didn't I? She turns back to the sentries and kind of waves you in. Treaty be a treaty. Sheath your blades, stow your thingies, and keep out of trouble, else the whole of Vetra Haven will cave your skulls in. Might not like
course.
each other much here, but we look out for our kin before outsiders.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Do we? Okay, yeah.
And then we walk on.
Yeah, because we have to sheath all our weapons, so you know, Valiant somehow sheath the Reaver.
Yeah, you gotta think there's a small dwarf riding a giant dog, a large dog.
Yep.
There's a giant with a fucking like chain axe.
Yep.
There's the Ice Scaldish, wearing off his armor, and then there's a guy with plenty of guns, and then there's
And-
another heavily armored dwarf.
A dwarf with a sword on its
Yeah.
hilt,
We're a fine group.
a shield.
Mm-hmm. As you guys are entering, like I said, it's more of a chaotic mess of areas than there is any actual semblance of order in this area. So what are we looking for?
Boat. But probably someone sailor looking, right?
Place to be warm and fix the broken equipment.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably a place to set up quote unquote camp because we're invited in to not cause problems. So we should probably set up like a camp first before we go cause problems.
Sure thing. Basically, it'll take the rest of the afternoon into the night to set up a suitable camping area. It's just kind of getting one of you basically have to squeeze your tents into the mass of other tents and stuff where people are, and you do set up and kind of get a little encampment set up and an actual warm fire going around you because the palisades and shoddy buildings and stuff like that. The wind actually is broken here, and for once, you actually have a warm night's sleep.
That's good.
It is now dawn of the 27th. You guys will basically wake up in the camp, and though you are warmer, you're still not extremely comfortable.
It's
But
not like we were
you
in a
do
hotel.
repair. Yeah, you do get your repairs off and few interactions just to get some gear in order, drawing stuff out and stuff like that. Like, you are now in the midst of Vetra Haven. Around you can see like a couple the clans kind of stick together in tribes, though there are some smaller groups that wander around. Brand, you notice that amongst these people, there's a few that wear shackles around their wrists and stuff. Other Ice Scaldish people. So it looks like they do like to keep slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and everyone can roll me. Everyone's passive perception is high enough. A lot of the groups, there's either one that looks like it has two large fangs coming down their neck, something similar that the ones you've seen that you from the fight. There's probably a saber-tooth clan, and then the other one's the one that like you met at the door. A few people have like or bear and stuff like that on them, like bear tattoos, and there's probably a bear tribe as well.
Hmm.
I would say that that's easy enough to get through. That these probably are the two largest clans.
Okay. Bear Clan and
And
Sabertooth?
Yep.
Interesting.
Wait, the bear guys? That's the guys we faced last time, so I'm assuming the Sabertooth
No,
guys
we
are also
faced the
Druid.
saber-tooth guys last time.
Was it?
The ones
Last
with the
time.
giant saber-tooth
Last
cats.
time.
Or last time. That
Oh
makes a
yeah,
lot of
that
Yeah,
is
the
true.
ones with the saber-tooth cats, they were definitely the bear tribe.
They were the bear tribe, you're right. Good point.
Yes.
Okay. So where do we want to start?
I mean, we don't know who would have both, but I don't think it's Sabertooth, because Sabertooth guys said some other people had the boat, right?
Well, they said that someone had captured the people with the boats. So
Yeah,
it might be
but it's
others
not
in the
them, is what I'm saying,
saber-tooth
right?
tribe.
Might be good to just take a day to figure out what's
You
going
wanna
on in this
just
place.
chill?
No, like
Just
to familiarize with the
take a day and
surroundings.
canvas.
Yeah.
That is fair. Might be good to get the lay of the land and see what's happening before we decide to go poke our noses in things.
Exactly. Figure out how people do things while they're here. Figure out where stuff's kept.
Sure, works for me. How do
Okay,
you want to
then
go about that? Because I, as a DM, am trying, but give me some options.
I feel like walking around and listening to people's conversations isn't really a solution, so I don't know.
Not for 5 of the members of the party.
Oh yeah,
Or
we
4.
can't even hear what they're saying. That is a good point.
I think we should at least so I know Presence had mentioned there's 2 larger tribes. We should try to see what the current relations is between not only those 2 large tribes but the rest of the tribes, because if we're only having to deal with one of them, we might be able to pull some strings with the other just to have
Yeah,
them not get involved fully. And it might be good just to figure out, just from seeing how they interact with each other, how far the non-aggression pact actually goes.
I, I think if we want to ally with one of them, we should figure out which one has the people with both first, right?
Yeah, that was just
Hey.
we need a day to actually go through and look at people to see who's doing what. Because
I mean, how much?
if we can find these people that were kidnapped or that were taken that might have the boat, then we can figure out who has them and if they'd be willing to let us use the boat.
Do you want to? So you want to kind of go around and just get like talk to locals and stuff like that, just group people and whatnot, kind of fraternize and. There
Yeah,
used to be
fraternize with
3E term that was like carousing. You want to carouse.
I'd like to
Yeah, let's
carouse.
carouse. I'm so down to carouse.
You could go around and off size, strength, and all that stuff. Oh, I lost connection with the server.
Yeah, you lagged out
Oh.
there for a second.
Looks like you're back.
That's not good.
Yeah. Looks
All
like
right. Yeah, everyone could go ahead and roll like an investigation, or if you have like something applicable, just do
Do we
that.
get disadvantage for not knowing the language, or are we just left?
Yes, that's a great idea.
Oh, okay. I'll roll it.
Yeah, you just roll
again
another
for
d20.
Alien. Yeah.
No, why did I say that?
Oh.
I had a 20.
13.
I'm magicking myself.
Actually,
Does
so
perception work, or it just has to be investigation?
Well, perception would just be an instant, like, oh, I just see
Yeah,
one
true.
thing. Investigation is spending, a couple hours doing it.
Brand didn't have
And
to roll
we are-
with disadvantage because he knows
I rolled with
this.
advantage.
Oh, okay.
Well, he
So
also knows the language.
I magic myself up.
Brand knows nothing.
since I have karma, and I have to imagine some of these guys got some kind of animal related to their clan. Can I do like an animal handling thing, like acclimating the animals so they don't hurt each other?
Sure, why not?
It's a bit of a stretch, but I'm going for whatever I can get there. There's a 12.
All right,
But
well,
yeah, so
we'll
natural
go
20 for
from
Brand, 13
Well-
for Fadian.
Yeah, 5%. I got it. Phalian will as a kind of a giant himself, people are giving him looks, and you know what? I think one or two people actually do speak giant, which is Ogren can actually help speak. It took a little bit. That's why you had disadvantage to find that person. But they mentioned, that they're more afraid of a giant attack than anything else, especially in the southern clans. But they also mentioned that you're not the only outsiders that have come to pass. Only like about a week ago or so, about 30 people had entered and had sailed across the waters themselves.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Sorry, how many people was it?
About 30.
And they were not from the Ice Cold.
No, they were complete strangers.
Okay.
He's point.
They too had an ogren like yourself.
Hmm?
Okay.
It seemed to be like an ensemble of different people.
It's like
Probably
an
the goal.
enemy adventuring team at this point.
There's 30
It's
of
like,
them. Well,
It's
I
like,
want 30
it's
people
like
in my
evil
adventure
mirrors
team,
of us.
man.
It's like evil mirrors of us.
Can you imagine like a boss going against 30 people?
Yeah, I've played MMO games.
Yeah, fair enough, actually.
Yeah, that'd be great. I wish one turn would take an hour and a half.
No, I'll just play rogues, and then it'll take 2 minutes because we'll all sneak attack, and then the second round will be everyone hiding.
Sunak? No. You are completely in a weird environment. Just like nothing here makes sense. Your people always bunkered down together, and everything had like a purpose and sense. You get lost, and you have to find your way.
That's okay. I'm a
Warren is just hanging around with Fadian because he doesn't know where he's going, and there's a dwarf here. It just doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, sure. Orin and Sunak. Oh, you're just hanging around. Okay, you're hanging around Phalian. Sunak kind of tags along because he doesn't really know what's going on. Before I get to Brand, Herondor, you do notice that there's varieties of well-kept animals, and you do find a few pens or areas where people are kept, the more slaves. A lot of them don't seem to really be on a how would I say it? They're not kept on a short leash, like chained up, but there are like the slave like areas where people sleep. Not really the best. They seem to be keeping together. So next, as you're walking around, people give you a different look. They seem to be avoiding you, especially once they see your holy symbol.
Oh?
Oh.
Huh.
we go.
What do they have against
that's-
Ignium?
We
God
get
of
to Brand.
I rolled a 20.
I know.
You did.
What would you actually like to know? So these people talk to you as well. You know about the company of people who had passed by. that one of their they had a very charismatic leader who spoke to both these clans and was able to avoid any confrontation. Seems like the leaders of both. Actually, shoot, I just closed the. I have so many notes everywhere. I wrote them on down on paper, so I've been the leader of the Sabretooth is Mr. Voss Bloodfang, and the Bear Tribe, or the Bjornhold, is the Druhar Coldwind.
What did you call him? Duhar?
What about the leader of the party that?
Yeah, well, can I get more information about the leader of this party that passed through that was charismatic?
Sure. He seemed to have a few followers, people who could actually cast magic with him out of his own way, as well as several who are just devout followers of him. He seemed to be a very normal looking elf. A tall elf, about 6 to 7 feet tall, stood above the group at a very adorned vestments and stuff like that, and would rarely want to speak out of turn. He just seemed very interesting. He did give a name, and after some like talking to the right people, people called him Deros.
Cool.
The
Right.
Yep, cool.
How did he get a boat? How did he get a boat? And what's the quickest way to follow him? Like, can I get for them how he got a boat?
Well, he was one of the people that went to the temple of the Druhar Seers, or the Rutal Seers, and was able to get a vessel across there. However, when he mentioned that, the Voss Bloodfang had the grand idea that they should attack this temple that they usually never they avoid because they don't really like the people, and he was able to capture the rest of them, half of them alive, half of them dead.
Okay, so the Sabretooths have the temple members, and the temple members have boats. So we need the temple members to get the boats.
Yeah, so we try and ally with Saber
Probably.
we try and fight them with their clan or whatever.
What?
We could don't worry about it.
No,
Too
we would
wordy.
ally with the bears and then have the bears fight the Sabretooth.
Yeah, but that works too. But
If we were allying with anyone here.
If you were that way, anyone, it would probably be the bears.
We ally the capybaras.
They're only natural predators, jaguars.
When you said Daros, I thought the elf that he was talking to was Daros. Wait, what?
No. Yeah, no.
roll
The,
initiative.
the leader of the group of the 30 people with the mages and everyone was Darius.
Yeah.
You know, the
Brian,
dude that we've been hunting.
You did get a few curious questions. One person in particular kind of says something along the lines of, "So the dwarf little cleric that's with you, he is a follower of that Ignium fellow, ain't he?"
You know of Ignium?
Ill tidings, that one. Our elders speak the day that Ignium had crossed our tundra.
Oh? What does your elders say about it? This is the first I've heard.
Ignium came, and beats of large leathery wings followed him. They brought despair and plague upon us.
Oh.
Ignium spare plate.
Something after Ignium that was big with leathery wings brought despair and plague.
Probably him still as an adventurer killing bandits on his way to do something.
But wouldn't
Yes, he is. This is the first I've heard of Ignium ever coming out this way.
Your gods are not the gods. You are a false. You worship false idols. You need to renounce the faiths that you have, and do as we are meant to. The land provides in these great sustenance. Anyway, he goes into a spiel about more like spiritualism. I want to think that he's one of those people that like really thinks that you want to hear all of it, and for like almost 2 hours to 3 hours straight, you are caught just like trying to talk to him, trying to give all the like, oh yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, no, I'll definitely look into that.
Whenever you try and leave, you just keep bringing up a new thing.
Yeah, he's like, there was one more thing. You get stuck with one of those guys. But afterwards, since the party doesn't really want to separate, you do get back together. I just want to know what ideas you guys have. What do you want?
So Daros was here with a group. He convinced the Sabertooths and Bear tribes to let him go without causing an issue. And he had mentioned it to the Sabertooth leader that he had went to the temple of the boat people to get a boat. And after he'd mentioned that, the leader of the Sabertooth thought it would be a good idea to go and attack the temple, even though they've never done it before. And so the Sabertooths are holding the people that have boats captive. At least half of them.
Meaning Daros didn't want them to be able to help anyone coming behind.
Yeah.
Yes. Also,
Yeah.
Herendor, they don't like your god.
Also,
What's so wrong with my god?
Their elders speak of a time when Ignium walked across this land, and then something with large willowy wings followed after him and brought plague and despair.
That doesn't sound like you knew him at all.
And the dude went on to preach about how our gods aren't real gods and how yada 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 return to the land. So take what he says with a grain of salt. But
against
have
Well, then
you
again,
like
he's-
seen other people like being disapproving of you because you worship Ignium?
Not
Or
really,
is it
but
just this one guy?
at the same time, these guys are a bunch of filthy bandits that attack and raid and kill people. Could be that the plague he brought was just him fighting.
We attack and kill people. We're just clean.
Exactly. They're filthy.
Give me a couple minutes. I'm going to do a bio break, and I also need to grab
Yeah.
some Advil or Tylenol or something. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
I do want to do a check when he gets back to see if I can recall any information of Ignium being here, of all places.
Well, we know he went to meet Savik, so he might have met Savik here.
Yeah, but that's something we learned recently. I wonder if there's any, like,
Older
tales.
stuff.
There's always tales. Sometimes there's a Sonic and a Knuckles.
Sometimes there's 9 tails.
That's only if it's undercooked. You can't get more than 9. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I do not know how this is gonna like. We just beat the shit out of them to get the access to the boat. Can we not just politics our way to it?
I don't see causing a fight working. We would definitely have to. Like,
Yeah, I don't see causing a fight working well either.
although if everyone's terrified of me, that could be a nice little bargaining chip. Just make sure I'm there whenever you're negotiating.
Yeah.
What? I don't see why they would be terrified of you though, if it's like a god thing. I don't know.
Oh,
He worships that god.
because I've been
Yeah.
walking around all day and they've been avoiding me like the plague, so clearly they're scared.
Yeah,
clearly something's wrong here.
Eh.
What
There's
that is,
something.
we don't know.
What do we know about these seer people other than they have a boat?
They worship Aiden and lived in a temple.
I'm just trying to think. If we go up and say we
I
want
might-
these, if we go up and say we want these guys because we want a boat, right? And the whole point of Daros making them attack them was to stop people from getting a boat. I don't see that going well. But if we can come up with a
once
different
President
excuse,
gets back, I can hopefully roll something to see if Brand might know something more about them.
yeah.
We'll have to wait for Presence to get back to do that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't see that dice roll going well.
You were really lucky with that one.
Yeah, I got real lucky, and now we're gonna.
You actually had a 20 and a 14.
Guidance. Oh.
I don't know. Somehow.
Someone's calling me. Give me 2 seconds.
One Mississippi.
Ring, 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 ring. A frosty phone.
It honestly feels like whenever I give you guidance, you roll even lower. I don't get it.
I physically can't roll lower if I'm rolling ones and twos. So glad I don't have a negative number in my stats. Like having an 8 or something would completely ruin me. Zeros
0.
across the board.
-1.
You ready for our game next week?
Yes, I have built my bard, and it is a bard. He knows magic that will be useful, and won't be a pain in the ass for you as the DM.
But the Ethereum plane
Yes,
playtest?
I am definitely not playing a creature with natural dark vision and flight, and I definitely don't know heat metal, and my definite goal is not to just
Heat metal
hide.
leave.
Yes, heat metal leave is not my game plan.
That is not the strategy here.
It is not comboed with silvery barbs and cutting words is not how I plan on playing this game next. I do not plan on being the most passive aggressive member of this team in combat.
I don't want to give too much away, but I also don't know how well that strategy is going to work.
I will not be making attack rolls.
Okay.
It'll all be saving throw based.
Okay.
God.
Wait, what other spells do I know?
I hope you know something.
I hope I know something too. I'm pulling up the Epiphany page.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
My back on
Hi.
pages.
I want to see if I can do a history, if there's any tales of ignium burning down an island.
I'd like
Sure.
to do a check on the Seers
Or
to see if I know anything about
A
them.
religion.
Also fine, Hades. You could do a religion or history or something of the sort.
Hey.
Erendor,
Religion.
from what you've also been told, and seen with like Tim, who gave you that letter, Ignium did went and search for Savik himself, and probably went and found said guy. So he probably also crossed these lands just like you have.
Do have other spells.
Brand, the Rutel Seers are just the like a cloister of scholarly religious guys who protect or they help navigate the waters for those who are brave enough to pilgrim to Aiden's temple, an old structure that seems to be on the island ahead of you.
We should go there.
It is said to be her holiest of locations.
We should go there.
Okay, you know what? Sure, YOLO.
We went into the desert things. If I want to go to
Yeah,
I I
Like,
thought I talked to a god for you.
I
I want to
talked
go to a
to
holy
God
site.
for you. I went back to hell.
Sure.
I dove into a body of water to speak with a god.
He did.
It's happened twice. Yeah, no, let's so yeah. We have information. What do we do with this?
What about an
Is
island?
On the
The
island
island.
ahead of us, where we're going, there's a holy site to Aiden that's said to be her most holiest of sites. The Order of Seers that were attacked helped people get there and maintained it.
If it's the holiest of sites, does that mean it's their vault and Daros is trying to corrupt Aiden?
I don't know. That's your job to figure it out.
That's my first thought.
I'm a fighter. Come back to me when you need someone's head caved in. Or literally any other problem but figuring out if the dude's plan is to corrupt a god, because I don't understand how that works. But yeah, no, like he could be doing something there that's very bad and we need to stop.
Well, we need
But
to
we
get
have to
across the
get
water
there first.
So
Yeah.
I just think going up to the saber-tooth people who've never attacked that temple before for any reason, totally not suspicious, and saying, "Hey, we want another one of those guys to use a boat." I don't think that's going to go over well. So that's what I'm thinking.
probably
If we can find a different reason to want one of them, right, we might have a better chance of getting one.
We're on a religious pilgrimage.
We also did kill one of their raiders,
They
like a whole
attacked
group
us.
of them.
They attacked us first. I gave them an option. They could have left.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to trade and be peaceful, but no.
Okay, so what would you guys like to do? Give me some options, and I'll work with you.
Go see if we can't meet with the bear tribe to figure out what their understanding and relationship is with the saber-tooths, to see if we can't get them to either join us or stand aside if we come to blows with the saber-tooths.
Easy
Second
enough.
option would be see if we just can't second option is if we just can't just find one of the sages on the street in cuffs and see if we can't talk to them and figure out what happened, and if we can and cannot help them. Like, you know,
Actually, they've
With
never
your
attacked
20
the...
investigation, Brand, you can easily find and speak to Druhar. Since you guys did make such a big name, they are willing to want to listen and talk with, because it's not impossible to get. They're not like actual kings and leaders. Like you could walk into their tent, they will just kill you if you. Well, it's all peace talk, so you can't just walk around and steal shit. They will cut your hands off, but they won't. It's all good.
Might be
Okay.
good to hear from the bears why no one's ever attacked the temple before.
yeah, that was my thought. Is if we can talk to them, we can ask these questions from someone who might not
And
just hate our guts because we
You
killed their
will
people.
you will know where the seers are being kept. They are being kept at the area where people auction them off and sell and do stuff like that.
So they're at the market. Okay.
Yeah, so we can buy a few.
Do you have the money to buy slaves? I don't have the money to buy slaves.
Depends
How
on
much
how much
do
they're selling
slaves
slaves
cost?
for.
I was gonna say it depends on the cost of the slaves.
Can we buy all of them?
That seems like it'd be a bit much.
I'm gonna say there's about 50 of them.
That
We
seems like it's
cannot
going to be a
buy
bit much.
all of them.
We can at least
you're-
look if there's some that might be able to fight.
They have magic abilities. We'll take those ones. You can cast level 1 spells.
So you're willing to buy people only if they are good enough.
What was a joke?
As Hades, yes. As Brand, no.
Potentially buying key people that could be useful and freeing the
I'm
others
just
later.
saying, like that is a entire option. You can go and buy these people, and they'll definitely want to help once you buy their freedom.
That is true. I think we should start with talking with the Bear Tribe and Druhar, and then go from there, because I doubt the sale of slaves is going to happen right this moment.
First thing first, we're gonna talk to people.
Sure thing.
Let's go.
You do have to wander around the encampment a bit before you actually get to like an area where there is more of the bear tribe. Eventually, kind of coming into like one of the inner palisades. After being kind of questioned about why you're here, a couple of the grizzled veterans kind of give you the pass through because you are more notable than a lot of other outsiders, especially since your recent activities. You notice that the bear tribe seems to be more natural. There's a lot of druids and stuff here, kind of doing rituals and stuff. And the members here are always marked with broad bear paw tattoos across their chest or back. And you eventually do find a wiry, weathered druid. His gaze kind of piercing, and this wolf skin cloak draped over his shoulders. As you kind of approach, he walks up as well, and with a couple of more grizzled veterans, he gives you a slow bow, Brand.
I mean, I'll bow back. This isn't the time or place to...
I am Druhar, the cold wind. What do you come here for?
We are seeking passage across the lake to the island. And
Right, but why do you go there? What are you gaining on the island? I am not here to mince words.
to kill the people that had previously gone past and to gain information into what their plan was.
I spoke many hours with the fellow. An interesting man that Daros is. You wish to slay him? I will not really stop you from this. But, why?
His crimes are too many to count.
He's part of a cult that, both inside of the skulls and outside of it, has led to the deaths of many. And if he and his orders plans were to go through, most of us will die.
Okay. Now, what do you want to know?
We need a
What?
boat. Well, for first off, we had heard the Sabretooth tribe, having never really paid attention to the Temple of Sages, had attacked it after Daros had spoken with them. I'm curious about why they decided to attack the temple after not being involved for so long.
Voss is quick to anger and easy to prattle his might against others. I mean, you talk about the false god of warfare and blood. It's not hard to bring your people to bear on someone so evil. Her followers ritualistically slay each other on battlefields, and they douse themselves with blood. We have seen many of their warriors from the coastal cities like you. They come here looking to fight and kill and slaughter, much like you are. So it is not hard to see why we would be so against such evil people and their cult.
but only just now.
Oh,
Yeah,
apparently I
but-
lost collection.
But from what I've heard from speaking with others is that only just now did you push to attack this temple before it had been left alone.
It didn't exactly pose the biggest threat, but Daros does speak that these false gods are deformed people who have gained unholy and unright life through the suffering of others. You have
what did he-
amongst you one that has come through our land. My fathers told of a time Ignium came, and a great beast that followed him ravished our lands.
And you're talking about how your god came through and
Yeah.
then some great beast came after. Do you have anything you want to add to this?
I mean, I feel like there's a lot of information that's missing, right? Did he command it, or was he following it, or was it following him, or?
Well, it came after him, so I have to assume it was following him or he was commanding it. I don't think he was following it. But I can ask.
It also could have been hunting him. He could have been hunting it. There's a lot of different ways that can go. Like,
Mm-hmm.
You want to ask?
Did you want me to ask, Theodore?
like if he knows more about what was going on, like,
Did,
did Ignium
Do
just
you know-
show up and then a day later a dragon shows up, or did Ignium show up and say do something, or I summon it, or like. Omens are omens because they happen and then a bad thing happens, but that doesn't mean that the omen actually had anything to do with it. You can just make something an omen. A stranger walked through our lands and then a monster killed it. Those two things can be a coincidence. Like, where's the detail? Like, what happened?
Is that a yes?
yes, that's a yes. I'd like to ask.
Juhar will he kind of turns his head, looking up into the sky as he recalls information. My father was a young boy in a small group. The Bear Tribe had existed back then. It was said that the Ushkai tribe was decimated, completely wiped out. My father had seen a great beast loom and fly, leathery wings, as it descended upon the tribe. When he had come, the only person there was your god, who seemed to brush off whatever woes there was and proceed to ask us if he could have passage to Vormir. We don't offer such passage, but we would not raise weapons against him. He spoke that the Oskar tribe, which I understand, had taken him captive. My father said that his eyes were something else. He looked upon us like weaklings that he could wipe out with a simple spell. Your gods are powerful. They are false. My father said that that one was no god. It was just a man.
A Dan?
A man.
And
No.
What did Daros tell you of himself?
it was just a Dan. Sorry.
Daros is no god. He doesn't have it. He showed that he can bleed. but that he has existed just as long as spirits, which I do not quite comprehend. How he cannot just be alive for so long. I figured that was a ploy and a trick. Maybe there was others like him, but Voss decided that Daros was helpful and that the Rutal Seers did need to be dealt with at one point. The pilgrimages that some of the Eden worshippers do is to come through our lands with weapons, and sometimes women and children are slain in their midst as they march across our wilds.
Hmm.
Okay.
You do get the feeling that not everything he said is truthful, but some of the stuff he does believe is truthful.
I understand that.
Hmm.
It's all about conviction.
Yep.
What you believe to be true and what is true is two
I-
different things.
I cannot speak for others of my faith, but while here I have stayed my blade unless I first have been provoked. And in that I've only slain those that have directly fought against me.
You don't need to convince me, boy. You only need to convince yourself. If you are a true and righteous person, then that is all that matters. Your faith is one thing, your personality is another.
That's good. Me and mine still need passage across the lake.
What? Why not just go buy some of the Rutal?
How many?
Yeah.
Can't fucking hear me, but how the can you ask that for me?
How many would it take to get us across?
To run a boat? I don't know. If you can run a boat yourself, you might only need a few. I am not sure if they will last the winter, but such is the fates of such living. But you would have to contend with Voss, who might not like that you've slain so many of his kin. The price might be a little much.
Yeah. If Voss and us were to come to blows, what would you and yours do?
He will not bring you to blows unless you want to fight him.
Not really.
He respects
Seems
the
like a bad
treaty
idea.
because he must.
That's good. So yeah, we might have to go buy a bunch of slaves, guys.
Oh boy.
Can we at least free
Yeah.
them when we're done with it?
I was thinking we'd free them right when we buy them, and then they can help us of their
Oh,
own
and
free
we
will.
tell them in return, please take us here.
Yeah, but if we do that, then we should do that outside of the town.
Probably for the best.
So otherwise they might just immediately get captured again.
Yeah.
The thing is also if we let them go from here, how are they gonna get back to civilization? It's like at least a week trek
I don't know.
through the tundra in the middle of the winter.
That's step like 7 and 8 of the plan. Let's focus on step 1 and 2 so far.
It's kind of like we're saying, yeah, sure, you can just go ahead and go home. Good luck.
They would probably end up needing to stick with us for a while, which is fine.
Yeah. We'll have a group of 32.
We should attempt to talk to them and see like
Yes.
who You know, like, we can free only so many. Like, who you want?
That's fair.
I mean, I think we need to check how expensive it's gonna be too. Like, if it's unreasonable, I don't think we can have. How much money do we like? Do people trade in money? They don't, right?
I mean, who knows? Money, barrels of salmon.
We don't have barrels of salmon. We threw them away.
They don't know that.
I have some amount of plat left.
I mean, we got a guy in front of us. What
Yeah,
do
but,
slaves go for?
I'll ask. What
Yeah.
what do
What?
slaves usually go for?
What is it that you have? We like to trade.
Lots
We
of
can
things.
offer you a few ourselves.
We have lots of things. What do things that people have?
We have plat.
Gems and such are always prized.
We
Oh,
do.
we have lots of gems.
Resources, metals. What do you have? There's
Gems.
not much. If you have plenty of metals, it's something we can trade with because we do not have such metallurgy.
I have 6 pounds. I have 6 pounds of black bronze and 8 pounds of steel.
Yeah, we have gems and metal.
Huh. I mean, you can also just give gold because they can eventually use that when they some smaller clans talk. Yeah, like there is still some economy, and sometimes traders do pass by.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I have lots of gems.
Well,
The
just the
bigger
point is we
issue
have
is
stuff.
that you're not well liked. Well, if you guys do offer it, the they are quite interested in their lawn.
In what?
They see it and they can feel that the wooden staff that you guys have, the druidic one,
Our
is
druid
quite
magic
potent
item.
and powerful.
Yeah, no. What would you offer us for it? Bargain here.
Wait, what druid's attack?
You see, for a second that there's actual greed that crosses his eyes.
Party
As he's
party
thinking.
inventory. Dela,
I don't think we should sell them any of our magical gear.
The
you
Gilgamesh?
a druid?
No, but
Dared law.
Oh, there
the
it is.
Staff.
Okay.
The thing that looks green.
For a second, Druhar's eyes actually go kind of wider with more greed than anything else.
you mean when he sees their land, or
I will you give me that plus, what else do you wish to barter with? I will exchange to have all 50 of the Rutal seers given to me.
it seems.
Okay.
Oh,
I have 8 pounds of
I mean-
steel.
Yeah, to be honest, you guys, that this might just work. We might cripple ourselves in the future here by giving him this, but we give this to him, and then all 50 of them are essentially.
I mean, if he just does it for just the staff.
No, he'll probably have to do it for more than just the
It's
The
staff.
probably
colony's
not
more than the
more
staff, but
stuff.
like, we got stuff. Like, we got a little money.
We
We
have
got
some
we got
random
metals
gems.
and gems and.
Given the artifact itself, he probably will just do it for the staff.
I was
Okay,
gonna
yeah,
say,
we
with
can
the
do it
amount
just
of
with the
greed that
staff.
he showed, it
Yeah,
would
yeah,
probably
yeah,
just be the
yeah,
staff.
yeah,
would be
just the
fine.
staff. Here's this magic stick. Go.
Maybe
forward.
we can even get some more out of it than just the 50 people.
That is fair. What else do we want though? Like,
Food and stuff for the 50 people.
Snow boots.
A ship. What do we want? A ship.
I thought we were
Yeah.
getting the ship from the 50 people.
Yeah, I thought it came with the.
They were gonna magic it up. They're all sages.
Are you 100% sure about that?
Nope.
No. Might as well put it in the deal. No? Am I wrong?
Mm-mm.
You make
Please
a
tell me
point.
I'm wrong if I'm
You're
wrong.
not wrong. No.
You do make a good point.
But he might not do that for just the staff. Then we might have to put more stuff in there because the staff was probably good for just the 50 people. So if we
Who's
want
got
like
the highest charisma?
not
I
me,
think it's Orion.
Do they have proper snowshoes, or are they just trekking around in boots?
That count as your winter weather gear for yourselves.
Yeah,
You. Someone make a persuasion.
Not me.
Doesn't it have to be Brando since the rest of us can't really speak to him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it has to be me?
I'm just standing there like a
I
buffoon hearing
sh-
gibber jabber.
I shall take magic to help.
I was gonna say guidance.
Guidance and stuff. You've got your weapon that you
Yep,
can hold
yep.
to give yourself advantage.
Yep. Persuasion.
Guidance.
And then guidance as well.
D4. Magic.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wow.
What did you roll?
A
A
10
9 and a
plus
10.
1.
A 1 on the D4.
Yep.
Where's Merlin?
Throw
Where's
in
Tristan?
Grishkarn, the spear, because it does have a natural element to it.
Goblin
Have a look at
spear?
what the spear is.
Grishkarn.
Grishkarn
Thorn spear.
Thornblades. It's
that
it
gives
gives
you
people the effect
Arcane
spell
Bleach,
cover skin.
Bloodbound, Spell Charged, Goblin Hex.
Just natural armor.
No, that's
the
that's
spear.
Gishkulak.
Oh, Gishkalak.
Yeah. He's looking
Yeah.
for Gritchkarn, which is the one that literally just gives
Oh,
gives
this one.
natural armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they'll essentially give you all of the people.
and the ship
and,
And
food
ship
gear.
and food and gear for them.
They
So they're
will
not all
give
gonna freeze to
give
death.
the guys traveling gear and stuff like that, as well as some
Oh.
food.
Okay.
They can't
Alright.
promise the ship because they don't have a ship.
That is
We'll figure it out.
workable. I shall trade Darlan and Gutchkarn for 50 all 50 of them and travel gear for them all.
Basically all the people. If
Yeah.
it's 50, it's 50. If it's 55, it's 55.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair. All right, I'm just leaving it on the map.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. He nods because it'll take a day or two.
Of course.
But
That makes sense.
we are happy to be at surface. And he takes Darylon into his hands. You can see his fingers wrap around it and are kind of flexing, like he likes it. He is very happy for it.
Very happy.
That's good.
Exactly.
I know.
I hope
trying to
he
get
I hope
accents.
I hope he remembers this later.
Oh, yeah, he'll remember it when he slays you later.
When he tries.
Is there anything else the group wanted to do, or are you just gonna kind of wait and meet back with him in 2 days?
Are there just merchants to sell stuff to?
There's bulk good sellers. As far as equipment and stuff, it's all normal stuff. It's not going to be super fantastic stuff.
Since there's no preaching to do, I want to go hunting.
Sure.
Karma wants to go eat something.
Sure, you can go hunt caribou.
Hell yeah. Karma's probably the size of a freaking caribou. Let's go.
I think a caribou might be a little bit bigger than Karma.
Yeah, a bit.
You're
Point is, it's
a great thing.
It's a good hunt for a big dog. He's ready. Let's go.
Good
Yes,
hunt,
Filion
big
does
dog.
have a full set of magic items that work well with each other.
Yes, that he's not wearing.
You can only do so much with 4 attunement slots.
I know. He's wearing resonate.
So over the next 2 days, is there anything else you guys wanted to do?
Just hunting.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we're just chilling. I mean, if
Keep an eye out on people.
Brandy's not,
Like,
I would like Brand to teach me some Ice Scaldish, but I don't know if that's possible.
I have 2 days to teach you a language. We're gonna get you
Yeah,
some
but
high.
you can start with restaurant phrases.
Just start with the
I'd
curse
like to
words.
teach.
I would
I'd like
a
to teach
glass of
Sunak
water.
curse words. Like, if we're gonna teach him language, we're teaching him curse words first.
Sure. Roll performance as a teacher, and soon
Awesome.
roll intelligence.
This is a new
Try
day. I
my
shall
best
magic
staff.
myself. I am the best teacher.
Holy Okay, we're cooking.
Yes, you have learned 6 curse phrases in Scottish.
That's good enough for me.
So now you could
Yeah.
know when someone swears at you.
Now I'm just gonna start swearing in Swedish randomly. Huge value.
Yeah.
Yeah, my instructor for Swedish didn't teach us curse words.
But you guys do notice there's a lot more activity around the camp. Rumors have passed through that the Rotel slaves are now owned by the Bear Tribe, and that Voss has been paid quite well. He is happy for it. Though he also does suspect it was from you guys. They're not super happy. The price of slaves were up, but not as much. And eventually, after 2 days, you guys go ahead and re-meet up with Druhar and a company of seers, the Rutal seers. One of the elder ones kind of walks up to you, kind of clad in just normal, plain brown robes. And a few of them like give you several blessings and things. You can see that there's a couple dozen men, but there's also like women and children amongst them. People that were probably living in the same area.
Mm-hmm.
One of the eldest ones kind of comes up and goes, "Oh, thank you, sirs. Thank you. We hear that you've bought us for a journey to the island."
Yes, we have.
We are most
Yeah.
gracious masters.
No need to do that. No need to cause masters. We'll be fine.
Let's keep that going as long as we're here.
Yeah, until we leave this area. After that, please don't.
Yeah. You get underway. The Rutal Seer says that they probably be best headed back to their temple, and then they can get you passage from there.
Okay.
You guys will over the end of the day, you'll have left and made yourself a small encampment outside, kind of like a couple of miles away. Once you guys kind of all settle in and people have made their little encampments, the seer does come up and kind of bows, seeming to take the role of like the head. He goes, "So, what is your purpose with all of us? What are you going to see? Aiden herself?"
Wait, how did Karma's hunt go? This matters to me.
Oh, how does Karma's hunt go?
These matters.
Matters to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Roll. Have Karma roll survival.
Aw.
Karma had a lot of fun. He got a little too anxious and started just blasting speed towards some caribou, causing them to kind of all run away. But he seems to have had a lot of fun.
All right, that's good.
Yeah, not the best hunty boy, but he is still a good boy.
He was a good
But
boy.
the Rutel Seers kind of approach you, a small group of more of the older men, and they kind of give you all like wary looks. So you seek to travel to the island to see Aiden, or what do you need us specifically for?
Well, seeing Aiden would be nice. Our main goal is to travel across the island to find the man that went before us with his group before he can cause problems that will lead back to greater issues.
All right, but you only need like a dozen or less if you do not know how to sail yourselves.
We just need to
Why
learn.
all of us?
Why not?
Well, you were in need of help, and
It's what we do.
We helped. What?
He seems confused still because you've yet to tell him
Yeah.
anything.
We haven't told them.
Put on the mask.
Wait.
You are outside of Vetrahaven.
Yeah, we can tell
Yeah,
them.
I'd take out the mask again now that we're far enough away. Sorry, I'm used to having it on, so this is a step for me to be like, oh yeah, I took this off to walk through the city of people that don't like me.
But hey, they don't be common, right, presents?
No.
Yeah, Hades, you should probably like tell them that what the plan is here. She'll be released them after.
I know. Hey, Brand will take back the mask now that we're setting up camp and sort of reattach it in the looser position, not above his face. And it's like, well, I follow the same god as you. You were in need of help. I helped. I plan on letting you all go once we get across the water.
For
Like,
that,
okay.
we would need one of the boats. They might have set fire to a few dozen, but we can probably go and see if we can't get any working. And then we will take you across to the island.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank
Sounds
you.
great to me.
I mean, it's not like you can undo a fire.
Well,
Hey,
not
don't know how
everything
magic
burns.
Like has to undo fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we want.
Quite to say that to get to where they were is only going to take like another 2 days. But you eventually do get back. I won't really ask for a check because you just basically went from one area to another. On the rocky coast, there is what looks to be like one standalone kind of stonish keep. You can see that there's a lot of battle damage. Sections of it have collapsed, and there was definitely a fire here about 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, or something of the sort. But they do, the people do kind of go back in, kind of like those who just saw the disaster are coming back home. Some people start picking up pieces. There's a lot of a lot of sorrow, but they do try to gather what they can from it. And you guys are led down kind of a cliff line down towards the coastal area, where you can see that there are a few bruised and battered ships as the monks will get to work repairing it. And I meant monk as in like a sage or a seer, not a fisty monk.
Not a class monk.
They could be class monk and still be sages. Seriously.
Yeah. For the sake of brevity, instead of asking what if you guys would like to do anything, if you don't want to do anything, we will fast forward to probably traveling to the island, because I don't really think there'd be too much risk to you.
Yeah, just hunting more.
I mean, I think I just sit on the outskirts, like hiding somewhere, and if anything
gonna-
comes close, I shoot it.
Grab a bottle of water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It's like hiding in sand, but way, way colder.
All right, that is 70. Which is 3 days.
I feel like I know the answer, but is there any way I can use this ring on Karma?
He doesn't have rings. He
Yeah.
doesn't have fingies.
That is
We
unfortunate.
give him necklaces.
Wait, can I transfer an enchantment?
Yes.
Yeah. To a
Yes.
necklace.
Or like a collar. Like
Hey,
You could just transfer it to a color. That sounds reasonable.
I forget what it would cost.
gemstones.
It is not cheap.
doesn't need to happen this second. I'm just, I'm contemplating.
Yeah, future planning.
Because if I can give Karma an attack attached to his dash, and then healing himself or getting temporary hit points when he heals me, that'd be good.
Another 30, going 5 to 10. Say, it's like 6 more days just to go take the boat upriver.
I want to fish.
Yeah, you do occasionally fish off the side of the boat. You can go ahead and roll a performance because I feel like fishing is a performance
You
because you're not really doing anything.
can I guidance my performance?
Yeah.
Because I'm
Oh,
gonna
well, we
need
go
it.
far.
What was it? I didn't see.
Is it
10.
10. You do land a suitable sized little fish, but most of the time it's just there's not really too much biting in the winter.
That's fine.
All right, let's see how Bran does this. Let's bad rules. Here we go.
Sorry, what are we rolling?
I'm rolling performance to go fishing.
Orin will join in.
Wow, Bran.
Uh,
Wow, Orin.
Orin lands a decent sized large fish.
This is
He,
great.
he's lived on a boat for years. He
Yeah.
knows how to fish.
Makes it. And they're like, they're not biting at all.
Yeah.
I scared
Orin
him too.
just
Yeah, it's great.
led. Anyone else for the Revels fishing trip?
Yeah,
You know what?
failure. Get it on the
I
Fairly
cast
will
Ravos.
definitely give it a go.
Come soon. I'll go fishing with us.
Do you really want me to fail at fishing this bad?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll give you guidance, Sandman. Oh, you don't
Never
look
mind.
at that. Guidance.
It's just like fishing
You all-
sand snakes.
You are all fishing with lines and stuff like that. Sunaku's a little bit more has never actually really fished because there's no such thing. He holds his bait above the water, and when every time a fish kind of comes up to the surface to see it, he pulls it up until it's big enough, and you're like, "Oh, that's stupid. Nothing's gonna bite it." And when one fish gets close enough, you all hear a loud pop and a bang, and he then just spears the fish after shooting it, and pulls it in.
It works. It works. I respect the guys instead of just shooting the fish. Just throw a grenade fishing.
You monster.
Yeah.
That's
So American of you.
so against etiquette.
Dynamite fishing.
When did we turn
You
into Duck
guys
Dynasty?
with the monks do eventually land on this area. You do see that there is a dock kind of set up here. A second boat is already stationed there, and you can see about like 6 or 7 of the same Rutal Seers are here. And when the other group pulls up, they dock and all speak to each other about the recent events before you are introduced. I would say over like the 10 or 12 days you've just spent with them, they've become like good friends. They kind of motion you all over and go, "This is Brand. He is actually the one who rescued all of the rest of us. We will be trying to relocate to better ground, or well, we will see what the future holds for us. Brand, these are some more of the seers, the ones that came with Daros."
We need to know as much as we can possibly get out of them.
Yeah.
The seers politely bow and they introduce themselves all to you of names of no consequence. And they go, Daros is a company of soldiers with him. They all seek to parley with Savik.
Savik is here.
Savik's here.
Savik, yes, he is at the Vormir Temple to Aiden.
Oh shit.
Go.
So are we going after Darius or are we going after
David.
Savik?
Yeah.
They're at the same place.
Yeah, but are we going there for Savik or are we going there for Darius?
I'm going in there to kick some ass. I don't know what you the rest of y'all are doing, but
Savik first, kill Dareth later.
yep. Well, we have to get there first. So
They show to you what looks like you can see that there's a there's like several little small pillars of rocks, and they introduce to you that this is the pilgrim to Aiden's temple. The several miles of rocky mountain journeying up there.
Cool.
Up steep slopes and cliff faces and deadly falls and climbing and stuff like that. It will take quite a lot of time to go there. And all my notes are written on paper, and I would like to get them actually written for you for this, because I think it'd be a lot of fun to do the what I want to do at Vormir.
Okay, so can anyone make all of us fly so we can skip all of this?
Nope,
I don't think so.
not this
Where's
character.
Merlin when we need him?
Where's Lysander when you need him?
Yeah.
I mean,
Just
there's
like
one
magic
thing you
joy?
could possibly do, but I wouldn't recommend it.
What's
What
that?
would you recommend, Herondor? Let's hear it.
The Vial of Divinar.
That's right. We have this magic item that does things. What does it do? Who knows? But it does things.
You're knowledgeable enough about it to know that it can grant miracles.
No, we should save that.
Yeah, so I
I
said I
feel
would
like
recommend
that's
it.
like a level 20 item more than a level 7 item, guys.
It's a level 10 item because all it does is the divine intervention.
Yeah, it grants
At the
miracles.
cost
We should-
of its cost is something. You guys found out what it did, didn't you?
Yeah, we know what
Yeah,
it does.
like-
I know what it
It like
does.
-2 is wisdom or something.
Permanently.
Yeah, and you lose max hit points permanently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not losing wisdom.
I mean, I'll wait. Like if push comes to shove, I'll use the
10% of your
miracle
maximum
machine.
life and 2 wisdom.
It's not that bad for me. I lose 2 wisdom and like 11 hit points, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lose
Yeah,
11
but that
hit
means you can only do it a number of 10 times before you dead.
Diet.
Well, why am I doing it more than once? I have to assume I can do it. Like if
Yeah, one
If I'm
miracle
doing
should
it,
be enough,
it's-
right?
yeah, 1 miracle should be enough for my situation presence. I
I
shouldn't
have
have
to run to
to
the
do
bathroom
more.
again. I drank too much water. Jeez.
Shouldn't have to do more than 1 miracle for a fight.
I'll be right back.
A miracle
Real
should work just fine the first time.
Should probably let the dudes know that Daros is the reason the tribe attacked them and took them all, and see if anybody wants revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely then no.
See if we can.
Are they
get,
even?
like,
I feel like they're
someone-
not fighters, though, are they?
They worship
They might be
Aiden. They
fighting.
better be.
Okay.
Yeah, they worship
Why not?
Aiden, the goddess of
Yeah,
so many
fighting.
fucking things. Yeah, blood, fighting, fierce strength and determination, champion of the weak.
I wouldn't mind having a small army of spellcasters.
bringer of, also known as the bringer of joy and merriment, as the goddess of celebration in the moon. Yeah. See,
She is the goddess of war, battlefield, and blood.
and the moon.
She embodies qualities of fierce strength, determination, and honor. Also celebration and the moon.
See, we got this.
Protector of the natural world.
Even the other Aiden worshippers we found have all been gnolls, and they've all been kicking ass for us. They've been kicking ass for me because I've asked them to help us.
It is me, Dio.
You want to use the Vial Divinara, because I will let you skip this.
No, we were gonna
No.
ask if
No.
any of the sages wanted to. We were gonna. I would like to tell the sages that the reason they were attacked was Daros, and see if any of them are willing to come and help us.
A few of the sages would gladly take the pilgrimage with you. Roll persuasion.
I'll roll
Guidance.
persuasion. You got it. I'm gonna advantage myself.
Always the guidance.
Magic.
You're able
Better
to
than last time,
convince,
guys.
of the group, 3 of the seers will journey with you.
Woo, 3 of them.
That is
Yeah.
not worse, better than
These
I
are
will,
always roll low.
Right.
I've been first.
How's the beer, by the way?
How's beer's pretty good.
Nice.
It's almost gone.
Oh well.
Yeah. I'm not sure about next week. we're going to kind of wrap up the session here because I was prepared for a lot of the reveals once we got there, but like
That's fine.
from like here to there is empty.
It's more than.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
I should be available next week.
Me too.
I'm uncertain if I can. I will have more information on probably Friday.
Yeah, just keep us posted.
Yeah, we're basically working Tuesday to Sunday next week at one site.
That's rough.
Yeah, and we have off till Monday because our schedulers couldn't find work. Wahaha!
Ooh,
Yeah, I love it.
that sounds not great.
It is what it is. Sorry for it. It felt like more of a lackluster thing. I was gonna have like this whole fucking thing at Vetrahaven. Then I realized like everyone wants to be like where Eros and Savik want to be.
Yeah, you dropped that Daros was here. And Val looked at.
We're
Val
on
watched my emotions flash across my screen.
Yeah.
I was like, we need to go murder this dude. Like,
That
he's
was so funny.
happy ending stopper is right here. We should go kill this man so I can live happily in peace.